Happy Thursday, everyone. I am back with two more non-phone work at home job leads that I would like to share with you. And we're going to talk about how to fill out a job application, as well as I'm going to show you a sample job application. And I am going to give you two websites where you can go and practice your typing skills for free. And as you can see on my screen, my channel is all about non-phone work at home job leads. So if you're looking for a work from home job where you're not on the phone, you have landed on the right channel. That is all I bring to you every single day at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. So let's go ahead and dive right into the first job. We're talking about the company Wellbe Health. They're currently seeking executive assistant to work from home. No degree is listed. This is a quick hire application, and you can make up to $40 an hour according to Glassdoor. So to give you information about what you'll be doing, you'll anticipate needs to provide high-level executive administrative support. You will manage calendars and schedule for multiple executives, and you're going to organize team events. Now, the qualification is 2+ years of experience supporting the executive and managing external executive relationship and customer service mindset. If you're interested in applying for this position, all you need to do is scroll down. This is considered a quick hire application. It would take you literally 5 minutes or less to complete, and all you have to do is submit your application. Now, we're talking about PVA priorities. They're currently seeking part-time executive assistant to growing business. Now, the pay, as you can see on the screen, is $23 an hour. They do offer flexible schedule, growth potential, and no degree is listed. So to give you information, what you'll be doing is you're going to build an employee recognition program, gifting program, and satisfaction surveys. You're going to manage the organization and set up of meetings, quarterly, semi-annual, one-on-one, and assistant planning quarterly events. You're going to research newsletter and blog post topics and sending out bi-weekly emails to candidates. Now, the requirement is they want you to have data entry in Excel Office experience, comfortable in Microsoft Teams, and then at least 2 years or 3 to 4 years experience. Remote candidates in Eastern Time and Central Time zones are preferred. So if you're interested in applying for this position, to my right is considered a quick hire application. All you need to do is apply, fill out everything to the best of your ability, and then hit your submit application. Okay. Now, we're going to talk about how to fill out an application. I got this information on Indeed. This is very important. Not only your resume need to stand out, but filling out a job application is very important too as well. So we're going to go over a few things here. Now, you need to always read the application before filling it out. That is very important. They suggest you just before you start to fill out your job application, read through it first. This will give you all the information you need to complete it to the best of your ability. Many companies allow you to fill out their application online. So that is what takes place because you're working from home. So all the applications are done online. So you want to make sure you read through everything before you just start filling out the application. Okay. Now take your time. This is very important. This is not any race. You want to complete an application online looks neater than a physical application. So be careful about misspelling and grammar errors. Always read through your application several times before submitting it. If your application is well written and accurate, the interviewer will be more likely to view you as a candidate for the job, and an application that was typed carefully and consistent will stand out positively to an employer. So make sure you take your time. Answer completely and true. There may be some questions on there that does not apply to you. So what you need to do is put NA, which stands for not applicant. When they say fill out everything, they mean fill out everything, because a lot of times when you don't fill everything out, even though it doesn't apply to you, sometimes you don't get a call back because you didn't follow directions. So make sure you answer completely. If you don't understand something or if it doesn't apply to you, put NA. This demonstrates that you still read through the application. You read through the application, took your time, you read everything. So make sure you always answer the questions on your application honest. Many employers will perform a background check when they get serious about hiring someone. So even if your employer doesn't, they may still discover your work history after you have been employed. So make sure you are truthful. Like I told the story before, when I was working on site, it was this particular person came in, excellent worker, but he lied on his application and it came back. He was there anywhere between 6 months to a year. My supervisor hated to go and tell this particular person that, hey, we're going to have to let you go because this is what you did on your application. So make for sure you are honest and be truthful. Even though something took place on your application or you're done, companies will still hire you, but to be truthful up front, that is very important. Now, include your resume. You have to include your resume um, at all times. And I've talked about in all of my videos is that your resume needs to tailor to each job that you're applying for. Every resume. That means if you're applying for a data entry position, your resume needs to tailor to that job post, because your resume is scanned through an applicant tracking system and it looks for keywords from the job post and what you have in your resume. So if you have the keywords from the job post and you implement it into your resume, that is how your resume passed the applicant tracking system. Now, again, like I always say, I'm not teaching you to lie. If you don't have the experience, don't do it. But if you've done data entry before and you read the job post and that's everything you've done on your past jobs, then you want to implement what's in that job post and put it into your resume so it can pass the applicant tracking system, so it can get in the hands of a recruiter and hiring manager so you can get a call in for a virtual interview. Okay, so that is very important. Now, they're saying filling out the job application is different than providing your resume. These are separate components of the application process, but they're both equally important. The application itself is a basic screen that lets employers see if they should continue looking into you as a potential employer. Your resume gives you the chance to get into more details about all your skills and previous experience. If you're turning in a paper application, the employer may ask you to print out your resume and attach this. So that is not going to apply to you because you're working from home and everything is done online. So when you're applying online, read the instruction for turning in your resume carefully. They may tell you to copy and paste it into the form they provided. They'll send it in an email or upload it as attachment. When uploading it, see if there are any file size limits and compress it for necessary. So that is very important. Fill out the job information starting with your recent job. When giving your work history, list your most recent job first. Some application will only have room for 3 or 4 previous jobs, so you will need to list more regardless of your work history. If you don't have enough previous work experience to fill out all the lines, list, put NA in the blank spaces. Write as much detail as you can about your responsibilities you held on each previous jobs, and make sure to highlight any positive results you achieve. That is very important, okay? This may include your relevant training, um, may include your schools you went to for certifications or degrees you achieve or programs you attend. So make for sure you do anything to get that extra done to further your career on your application. You have to do everything you can to stand out from the crowd because there's so many people that are applying for the same job that you're applying for. So you have to just do everything you can to stand out so you can get that job. Put in the extra effort when filling out a job application. You may sometimes see a section that allows you to add additional comments. Many people skip over this, but this is your chance to stand out from the rest of your competition. You can view this as your opportunity to give even more information about your strengths, skills, and accomplishments that you couldn't list earlier. So make for sure you put that information. For example, you can state how you excel at interpreting data from spreadsheets, describing some sample projects you have completed in the past. If you were promoted in a previous job, take the time to highlight it to increase your chance of impressing your potential employer. Okay. Now, research your salary. That is very important. You see, every job that I give you, I research the salary. I give you a ballpoint. Like I may say, the pay range is between $17 and $20 an hour, which means that you can either get paid 17, 18, 19, just between that mark. So you need to always research your salary. You don't want to put down $18 an hour and you come to find out the company paid $20 an hour. So make for sure you research your salary. Google it, so you know how much that company is paying, because you don't want to shortchange yourself. So make for sure you research your salary at all times. And then also proofread your application. Before you upload your application, proofread it to make sure you catch any errors. You can also choose to have someone else to read over it for you to provide a different outlook of your resume. Make sure you spell out all your information correctly, detail your work history, and correct any typos. I recommend you to download the extension Grammarly. It's spelled Grammarly. This is great when you're writing and resumes, writing in general. It goes like if you're making a mistake, it will highlight it red. And then when you take your cursor and your mouse and hover over it, it tells you the correct spelling, and you can change it right then and there. I recommend you to do that so your writing could be free of grammar errors, and your punctuation will be correct. And then we talked about earlier about using keywords. That's very important. Many employers filter job application through an applicant tracking system, like I was talking about earlier. They look for specific keywords. To find out which keywords might stand out in your application, look for other job posting for the same position you're interested in, and note words or phrases that come up often. Okay, use the keywords. That's very important. And keep your social media profile professional. Employers may observe a candidate's well present when considering them for a position. When actively applying to jobs, make sure your social media profiles are appropriate, or consider setting them to private. So yes, hiring managers do go and look at your social media platforms, and if they see you acting a certain way, chances are they won't hire you. So make for sure make for sure you're acting right on the social media platforms, because hiring managers do go check that out. And then we go over these little sample job application here. It's very self-explanatory. You want to put your name, your first and last name, your mailing address, city, state, and zip code, telephone. And then if you're under 18, you have to list your age, put your email address. Your social security number needs to be on there. Why? Because they do a background check and they're just trying to identify who you say you are. But before you give out your social security number, always research the company at all times, okay? And then the job type you put down, if you're really looking for a job, you're going to say, I have no preference, okay? They're asking, are you seeking a full-time job, part-time job, or full or part-time job? When you're looking at a job post, it literally says whether if it's full or part-time position. So if you are looking at a job post that says part-time, you wouldn't want to put full-time, because they're hiring at that moment part-time. So look at the job post and see what the job post say. If you're applying for a full-time job and that's what you want, that's what you'll put full-time. How many hours can you work? Put that there. Can you work nights? Date available to begin immediately. Okay. And what stands out is, have you ever been convicted of or entered a plea of guilty, no contest, or had a withhold judgment to a felony? If this have happened, be truthful. Like I said, there was a person that had this on their application, and they weren't honest, and they were at the company for a year, and my supervisor had to go back and tell them that, I'm sorry, you can no longer work here. So be truthful. And when you scroll down a little bit further, put your education, your high school, your mailing address. If you don't know it, Google it. Years completed, your major, degree, or diploma. And that goes the same thing for your college or business trade school. And then when you go down a little bit further, again, you're going to list your current work experience first, like the company's name, the name of the last supervisor, hours you work, the address, your start date, the starting salary, city, state, and zip, end date, final salary, phone number, your last job title, reason for leaving. That is very important. A lot of people put down reason for leaving is more money, which is true. But when you go to a company and you say that, they do not want to hire you, because they said if they're leaving this company for more money, if we hire this person, they'll do the same thing. You don't want to do that, even though it's true. Okay. You want to say something is to use the skills that I have attained on previous jobs to bring to this company, something similar to that. That sounds better than more money, even though it's true. So when you go down a little bit further, what stands out is your reference. Always let people know that you're going to put them on as a reference. That's very important. You don't want the hiring manager to call someone and they're like, how do you get my phone number? Where do you get this phone number? And talk crazy to the hiring manager of the company, because I hate to tell you this, people look at if somebody else act a certain way, you that same person, and that's not true. So before you put anybody on as a reference, make for sure you notify them and say, look, is it okay for me to put you down as a reference? They may call you, they may email you. Make for sure you respond quickly, okay? So always do that. That is the correct way to do before you just put somebody's name on as a reference. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over 2 websites where you can go and practice your typing skills. It's typingtest.com. This is one skill that Fortune 500 company is not going to train you on. You have to know how to type. You can check your typing skills in 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute. You choose. Or you can do officialtypingtest.com. The great thing about this platform is not only can you practice your typing test, but you can practice your 10 key test, which is data entry. You will receive a typing certificate as well as typing tips. So make sure you go ahead and get your typing on today. Again, this is one skill that Fortune 500 companies are not going to train you on. You have to know how to type. If you practice, you will get there. So I'm going to do a recap just in case you missed something. We went over 2 websites where you can go and practice your typing skills, officialtypingtest.com as well as typingtest.com. We talked about how to fill out a job application, and as well as I showed you a sample job application, went over that. I gave you 2 non-phone work at home job leads. We talked about PVA priorities. They're seeking part-time executive assistant to growing business. The pay, as you can see on the screen, is $23 an hour. This company do offer flexible schedule, growth potential, no degrees listed. And if you're interested in applying, to my right, this is a quick hire application. That is where you will start the process. We also talked about Wellbe Health. They're seeking executive assistant to work from home, no degrees listed. This is a quick hire application, and you can make up to $40 an hour according to Glassdoor. If you're interested in applying, all you need to do is scroll. This is your application and hit the submit application. And I always talk about my channel. Real Work From Home Jobs with Thressa is all about non-phone work at home job leads. So if you're looking for a work from home job where you're not on the phone, you have landed on the right channel. I bring to you nothing but all non-phone work at home job leads every single day, and they go out at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to click on that bell to turn on all notifications, so every time I upload new videos, you'll be notified, and that will give you plenty of opportunity to go ahead and apply for these positions before they're no longer available. As well, it will notify you when I go YouTube live, and we can chat real time. If you would like to become a member of my YouTube channel, I would love to have you. All you need to do is click that join button. There is a short video explaining the benefits of becoming a member of my YouTube channel. Shout out to everyone that's already a member of my YouTube channel. I really appreciate you so much. Don't forget to check the community tab. That is where I engage with you. When I upload new videos, I post it in there. When I do polls, I post it in there. When I do quotes, I post it in there. When I want to interact with you, I post it in there. So make sure you go ahead and check out the community tab at all times. And don't forget that every links that I discussed in this video, or every jobs that I discuss, the links will be actually under the video. All you have to do is click under the video, click show more, scroll all the way down until you see the word links to the jobs, and you'll be able to click on that link, see the job post, and apply for the jobs. People are getting hired every single day, and I would love for you to be the next one to get hired. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.